Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Knowing Me, Knowing You. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. I'm really enjoying the show so far, man. It's been fantastic. Getting back into the whole Alan Partridge universe. This dude is just hilarious all around, man. His mannerisms, his facial expressions, the whole shebang just cracks me up. Steve Coogan is just a goofball, man. And it's been really fun. And I know you guys said some of the stuff that was edited out, like the guy when his voice sounded kind of monotone and like looped over, it was because the lady passed away, I think 2 weeks after that episode aired, something like that. And there was another joke that was edited out about the guy being impotent. That was edited out, and another joke about somebody stealing a towel as well. I think it was the James Bond guy stole a towel, and that was supposed to carry into this episode too. Somebody said I need to find the real episodes that aren't butchered down, and I got a few messages from people saying I need to make sure I found the real episodes because the real episodes are much better. And also I need to do a better job of finding the real episodes of shows before I get into it. That was a pretty rude message, man. Stop sending me rude messages. I need to do a better job of finding real episodes. I go to the streaming services. What the streaming service provide, I assume those are the real episodes. Think of the real episodes. I don't know, man. I don't have control of what people edit, what they edit in and out, and I don't know what's been edited or not, man, before I get into the stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that stuff, man. I looked around, I couldn't find anything besides some guy on Dailymotion who had episode 1 and 2, and episode 6 as well. So we already watched 1 and 2. In episode 6, he has, looks like the same runtime as the runtime of episode 6 of the copy I have already, so I don't think there's any reason to watch his episode 6. And he doesn't have any of the other episodes. And the episodes he have already were up like 14 years ago, I think it said, and I clicked on his episode 1 and it was terrible quality, so I assume episode 6 would be just as bad, so no point to go into that. Like, it looked really bad, and it sounded pretty rough too. He may have did that for copyright, or it could be just that it was 14 years ago and compression and stuff was terrible then. So yeah, I know these episodes have been edited down from the original ones. I don't know what jokes and stuff have been removed. I did order the DVDs online, those to be here. I do hope it's not an issue when it comes to people syncing their copy up later on down the line. That is going to bite me in the butt later when I have to convert this over to fair use, because I want people to be able to sync their stuff up, and I want the copies of this to be accessible where people can find a copy to sync it. But I don't know if that's going to be the case, if people are going to be able to find a copy to sync it. I just don't know how that's going to go. But I do want to see the full versions. I do want the versions that aren't edited as well. So I don't know. I think it's going to be probably like that Brass Eye situation, or the, what's that other show? Little Britain. One of those shows is just hard to find in general. So, like I said, I ordered DVDs. Hopefully the DVDs haven't been edited, and those will be here before next week. And we'll be watching it from the DVDs as opposed to from the Amazon copies that I have. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into this, and we will talk about it more at the end.
Welcome to Knowing Me, Knowing You with me, Alan Partridge. Tonight, I am a rocket. Prepare to board Sputnik Partridge and enter the stratosphere, or should I say, the chatosphere. Tonight's show is hot. How hot, Alan? Well, imagine Debbie Harry in cami knickers, spoon-feeding a beef vindaloo to Pan's people in a sauna in Bangkok. That's half as hot as tonight's show. Because among tonight's spicy guests, I've got the hottest, sexiest dance act in Northern Europe, Hot Pants. And, for the first time ever on an English-speaking chat show, a jacuzzi. It's time now to welcome my resident house band, Glenn Ponder and Ferrari. Knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Glenn Ponder. And knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Ferrari. Glenn, if this chat show was a train, do you know what kind of train it would be?
No, Alan.
The Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Yeah, terrible joke.
What was that whistle noise? What was that?
Yeah, meant to be the train, Alan.
Right, you didn't do that in rehearsal.
Meant to be a surprise, Alan.
Surprise me in rehearsal, Glenn. Don't surprise me on a live television show. A little bit naughty, that. Shouldn't do that. A bit naughty. Honda and Ferrari.
Oh, no. Oh. So stupid.
Oh, this show is hot. Can really work up a thirst.
Is that a sponsor? Yeah.
My first guest is a singer. She's 41. 24 years
That's
ago,
important.
she was working in a shoe shop in Kansas City. One day, a man came in and asked for a pair of size 8 turtle green platform shoes. As she slipped them on him, she started singing to herself. The man said, "I won't have these shoes. The bridge is too low and I've got wide feet." Those were his actual words. "They don't fit," he said, "but your beautiful voice fits your face like a slipper. I'm going to make you a star." That man was Neil Sedaka. Neil's not doing so well anymore, but she is. She's the biggest singing sensation in America, except for Barbra Streisand and Liza Minnelli. Please welcome Gina Langland.
I don't know who that is.
Oh dear, I've got an extra kiss for free there. Not that you normally charge. Now,
Because everything's so weird.
Now, Gina, you can't stay long because in 40 minutes' time you're due on stage at Earl's Court for the closing night of your sellout concert tour.
Mm-hmm. It's been wonderful, Alec. You know, I mean, I just had no
Alec.
idea that I had so many fans.
I thought it was going to be another one of those dumb, like, tie things. So do all you want that.
Well, here it is, Alan's big pocket, and as you can see, it's a top jacket pocket. Let's turn out Alan's big pocket and see what's in it. It's 2 Victorian dogs.
Bro. How'd you give somebody dogs? This is a big responsibility.
This one's Sherlock Holmes, this one's Queen Victoria. Now, Gina, when I was on the phone to your manager in Los Angeles, he happened to mention that you loved collecting Victorian dogs. Voila, 2 Victorian dogs, courtesy of Alan Partridge.
Victorian dolls.
What?
I collect Victorian dolls.
Not Victorian dogs?
Well, what are Victorian dogs?
I have no idea. We thought it'd be something
He
like
just
this.
asked me.
Listen, why don't you take them with you in the car to Earl's Court? See if you like them, and if you don't, you know, just let them out near the railway.
I can't do that.
All right, OK, we'll do it.
Terrible.
Get rid of the dogs. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 dogs. 2 dogs.
What about near the railway? It's so bogus.
I'm so sorry, Alec. I mean, it was a
Alan.
lovely thought. And do you do Alec's big pocket every week?
Alan's big pocket.
It's like some kind of a catchphrase, I guess, as if people stop you in the street and say, "Hey, Alec, you want to sign
You're
my
deaf.
pocket?"
Right?
I'm sorry?
Yes, people do stop me in the street. Yes, they stop me and ask for my autograph. And do you know what I do?
What?
I do. To save time, you'll like this, I have this. It's a stamp with my autograph on. Yeah. And basically what I do is they give me a card, something like this, and I simply take the card and I just stamp my signature on like that. See? It's got that there, and then I give them that. That's my
Right.
name. You read that.
Alec Partridge, great.
Now, read what it says on the card.
Alec Partridge.
No, it says Alan. Alan Partridge.
Why?
Because that's my name.
This girl's out of control.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So
It's
embarrassing.
Okay. It's all right.
Oh, God, you must have thought I was being so rude, Alec.
Alan!
Oh my god.
Alan. My name is Alan Partridge. That's who I am. There. Alan Partridge. There are no excuses.
It's the wrong way up.
Right. There.
Chiquitita, you and I know
You see the stars, Fernando.
the winner takes it all.
Mamma mia! Here I go again.
I have a dream.
Give me a man of tonight.
Everything's so weird. Did you touch her tent? Dude. Did your hands rock? At least he wasn't doing it on purpose. I thought he had his hand on titty on purpose. She shook his watch. So aggressive.
Thank you for the music.
No.
Knowing me, knowing you.
Seems like he's choking somebody.
Nice kind of spunt, that. Wait till I've said it. Aha. Aha. That's right. The 1936 Berlin Olympics. What did it feel like to run past the finishing line knowing you'd just beaten the German and won the gold medal for Britain?
Thrilling, because we'd stitched up the Krauts.
Is it true? Were things better in the olden days?
Well, immediately after the war, it was absolutely marvellous, because that time we really had completely stitched up the Krauts. But then, after that, everything got very much worse. And there was a lot of immigration, and and inevitably crime went up.
Right. There must have been some positive things.
I'll tell you a little story.
Please do.
I brought my car in last week and parked it on one of those meters, you know. I went into Debenhams very quickly. I came out very quickly again, and there was an awful man writing me a parking ticket. I said to him, now, is it reasonable to give me a parking ticket for 2 minutes? Well, after a while, he saw sense and admitted that it was a bit silly, and he let me off.
Good for him.
Yes, but after I got home, I thought, that man let me break the law.
Where's this going?
He shouldn't have done that.
No.
So I rang his employers and told them what had happened.
Lady. Did she get on fire?
Later on, they rang me back, and I was delighted to hear they dismissed him.
This lady's out of control.
Good riddance.
Particularly as he was black.
Right.
What?
Bend
No,
the rules,
now,
don't
tell us
they,
about
Alan?
sport.
They don't play by the
No.
rules. Don't you find that?
Right, shut
Cynthia?
up. You can't say those things on television. Not
Why not? They're all-
Shut it.
No, this lady.
Now, Elsie,
God
I've
bless him.
got a surprise for you, because it's time once again to dip into Alan's big pocket.
Shit. Break all the rules. We'll follow the rules,
And
man.
it's a pocket full of emotion, because tonight we reunite Britain's hurtling Golden Girls
I
of
gotta look up Stitch Up.
1936. They haven't seen each other for over 50 years. Sadly, Lindsay Farrow, who ran the second leg, is no longer with us. But the other two are. Will you please come out of my big pocket, Anne Wiley and Georgina Clark?
Oh, that's bogus. Means to make somebody innocent guilty.
Please sit down.
There could be other definitions for stitch up, but I know what that meant.
Let's talk about the race. 1936. In those days, how did you cope with the pressure?
Well, I used to sing in the dressing room.
Oh, we'll gather lilacs.
Probably a forgotten memory now.
Oh, no. We'll gather lilacs in the spring again.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
And walk together come home once more. And in the evening,
There's enough of that shit.
twilight glow, I'll hold you close and never let you go. We'll
No. Okay.
and walk together.
No.
Marvellous, marvellous. Give me that applause. Marvellous. Lovely, lovely. Great. That was lovely. Well,
Like, no.
at this stage of the show, some of my viewers may be thinking, Alan,
Bless 'em.
you're a liar. You promised that this show would be hot, and now you're chatting to 3 senior citizens. If I said I am now going to jump into a
Bogus.
TARDIS, go back in time and recreate the Berlin Olympics with these 3 old women, you would say, Alan, that is hot. We were wrong earlier. Well, that's exactly
Stupid.
what I'm going to do. Ladies, will you now please join me in my 1 to 6 scale Berlin Olympic Stadium?
This is gonna go terrible. And I'm all for it. Dude, how bad are these ladies gonna get hurt?
Let's go for a drink sometime. As friends. Actually, no, let's not. Let's call it off. I'll just go home to my wife.
He's
I
panicking.
must say, I'm looking forward to seeing Hot Pants later. Yeah. Oh, yes. Stay tuned, fellas. Now, Lawrence.
Gonna backpedal real
recently,
quick.
You have been involved in a massive royal scandal in which you've obtained photographs of the royal family taken from hidden cameras. And you've published these in a book.
This book is in no way scandalous nor salacious. The book, Her Majesty's Pleasure,
Oh no.
is being published purely in the public interest.
Well, you say that, but this is outrageous. To print a picture of the Queen flossing her teeth.
Believe me, Alan, I obtained some photos that were frankly unpublishable.
And are they in the book?
Yes, they are.
This guy.
OK, we've listened to you present yourself with great eloquence as a defender of the public interest. But, ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence has unwittingly stumbled into a new section of my show called Eat Your Own Medicine. Lawrence, for the past 4 weeks, you have been under surveillance from our team of Knowing Me, Knowing You snoopers.
Oh no.
This is what we discovered. Show the clip. Take a look at this. It's a disabled parking space. Hello, who's this parking in it? It's a big Jaguar containing able-bodied Lawrence Knowles. It's quite a nice car, that. There you go. You get out of the car. Look around. Little pick of the nose. It's a good one. Pop it in the mouth. Here you are
No.
again, emerging from an anonymous-looking black door. Another treat for Lawrence Knowles there. The reason I'm taking my clothes off is because Hot Pants are about to come on and raise the roof of TV Centre with their lovely legs. Then they're going to join me in the jacuzzi. Glenn, have you seen them before?
No, but I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Glenn, that is my noise. Get your own sound. Move
Super
the
good, Goofy.
pocket. Yes, I am in a jacuzzi sipping spunt. It's almost as if I'm in an advert. But of course I'm not. I'm not in an advert. It simply remains for me to thank my guests and welcome on the 4 gorgeous figures that fill Hot Pants.
All right, dude, that was fantastic, man. I definitely wanted more from the old lady just being racist. That was nothing like racist old people. Oh man, oh, that was fantastic. She called and got the dude fired for not doing his job, for letting her go, for letting her break the law, and then start going into how like black people break the rules and stuff. Shut up. Oh, that was great. Oh, fantastic. That was really, really good, dude. I didn't know what she was saying. I was like, I need to look this up because this is like bothering. I was like, oh man, she's rolling right into the racism. I was like, maybe she was racist the whole time because the face he was looking when she was saying the whole stitch him up. I didn't know what that meant. Like, okay, to make an innocent person appear guilty of a crime, you know? I didn't know what she was saying. And I've heard people say kraut before, But I've only heard in war movies. So I was like, you know, that's a considered a racial slur too, right? Because like it's in wartime, so it had to be, you know. So yeah, she's been racist the entire time. That's why he was making that face. But me just saying stitch up Krauts, I didn't really realize it was racist. And I was like, I gotta look this up, man. This lady's out of control. God bless him. That was fantastic. I wanted more of her. I thought they were gonna get hurt doing that whole like jumping act or whatever. He was justifiably frustrated with her getting his name wrong the entire time. That lady he had on. He should have got frustrated with that, but not as intense as he got when he started saying like Alan over and over again on repeat. But yeah, he was justifiably frustrated. But I guess things balanced out because he had his hand on her chest and she didn't slap it off. She wasn't really paying attention. She kind of stayed professional the whole time and didn't ruin the act. I thought she did. I thought he did it on purpose until you realized that he had his hand on there. He kind of like freaked out a little bit. He was just trying to put his hand on her stomach. He was singing so aggressive. I was like, he sings like people talk when they're choking somebody. If you ever watch a movie like a horror movie and they're like choking, like die, like that's how he sings. It just sounds like him the whole time, but like I don't know. He sings like he's talking and choking somebody. It's just such a weird combination, and it's awful, but fantastic and funny the entire time. All around great. I was like, dude, how do you get somebody's dermatologist to come by and do that? What happens to like patient doctor confidentiality? And I was like, yeah, this is the same dude from the previous episode. The guy who kind of played like the badass celebrity, and then also the magician in the last episode as well, who played the dermatologist. I'm pretty sure that was him. And yeah, you guys told me that guy was in Mr. Bean as like the karate instructor, I think. And he was in another episode of a different show. I forgot what you guys say he was in. But yeah, I saw him in something else too. Because I thought he was like the crazy nunchuck guy you said he wasn't. But I've seen him in a couple other things. But all around, dude, this was fun. This was fun. This is really, really good stuff. I love how frustrated he was getting when the older he started singing. And he was like, oh, like no. Good stuff, man. This is great. All right, folks, that is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.